Is religion child abuse?
Is religion child abuse? Of course it's child abuse. In America, we have the right to raise our kids in the religious tradition that we want. I am here to say that that is wrong. Religion, when forced on children under 5 years old and fed to them in the manner of indoctrination, is very hard for them ever to give up. They have no capacity to question what they're being told. Religion, in fact, wouldn't survive if it wasn't for the indoctrination of children.
Are you an engineer of a trade? Like, he's engineering atheism. So when you're 6, you're allowed to have a Bible. All of a sudden, you can comprehend all this stuff?
Position, in the position of the atheist underground, that religion is like a drug. Religion is something that should be chosen by adults when they are old enough.
Atheist underground? Like, underground, you wouldn't be doing a YouTube in an engineer hat.
When you are young and your parents teach you that certain things are a certain way, you will grow up and you will never be able to get away from that, and you will have it with you for the rest of your life. Stop indoctrinating children. When they get to 16, they can choose their own stupid religion.
What if your kid decides to be a Hindu? Like, is he stupid, or is he a part of the atheist underground?
As a progressive Christian pastor, I'm frequently asked by conservatives what my thoughts on abortion are. I think conservatives are being played on this issue. During the last 50 years, Republicans have owned the Supreme Court with a majority.
So he's a progressive Christian, so he drives Tesla. When they say progressive, that means he doesn't do any Bible preaching. He just plays a guitar. Jesus loves gay people, not Catholic.
The majority. And do you know what Republican politicians have done about this single issue? Nothing. During that time, they have also, during moments, have owned the presidency, the Senate, and the House, and the Supreme.
I don't know if you know it's 2022, but we have a Democratic president, a Democratic Senate, and a Democratic House of Representatives. I'm not a history major, but I remember when a conservative, divorced Christian, Newt Gingrich, was the first time the Republicans took over the House in 30 years. So I don't know what he's talking about. Like, the Republicans have controlled the House and the Senate. That's historically wrong, and I have a 10th grade education. Okay, back to the progressive rainbow collar wearing preacher.
Same time. And what have they done during those moments? Nothing. Do you know why? Because Republican politicians don't want to do anything about abortion.
So he obviously has never had sex with a prostitute. I'm not against Planned Parenthood, you know, because I made love to a prostitute without a condom one time. So I went to Planned Parenthood, paid a little bit of money, and it was a nice time. First of all, if the Republicans could send you a stimulus check, you would love them, because then you could progressively pay for your abortions.
And single-issue voters voting for them. You know what that means? That means Republican single-issue voters are being played like fools. Sorry to say it, but that's the truth.
I'm a multi-voter. Cheap gas, that's what I want, cheap gas. Don't give a shit about abortion. With your progressive thoughts, you wouldn't want Planned Parenthood to get money, because the lady that founded it, she was a big believer in eugenics. That's actually on NPR, which that's the only thing you watch. I bet she's a liberal, binary,
Non-binary.
whatever they made up today. He's a progressive preacher. I had a guy with an engineer hat, and people pay attention to these people.
Remember, white people, we are what? That's right, accomplices, not allies. Let's get out there, form a human shield, kick a Nazi in the face.
What? Accomplices? If we kick people in the face, like, that makes me a felon. She probably thinks I'm a Nazi because I have blonde hair and blue eyes.
And ask me why I married a man when my page and most of my content is gay-driven and is only for women.
Because you're a lesbian. I just want my husband, because my husband is a sissy.
So I thought I would reply with a story time. So my husband was at work, and my husband works as a forklift operator. His job site is teeming with shitty men. And one of the shitty men, Uncle Ben...
Yeah. Uncle Ben? That's racist! They banned Uncle Ben from Walmart. They don't sell Uncle Ben no more. Divorce crazy eyes. There's normal women out there on the Facebook that work at Waffle House.
...on my husband about his nephew, who is trans. And I think you all know where this is heading, so let's just say Uncle Ben... not a huge supporter of the trans people.
Yeah, Uncle Ben! Uncle Ben got his rice kicked out, lady. Have some compassion.
Husband reamed him out and called him an idiot. All the shitty men had to stand there and watch my husband defend trans rights. And if that doesn't make your panties wet, I don't know what will.
Okay, well, yeah, that doesn't make my panties wet. He basically accosted an 80-year-old man that doesn't understand people wearing dresses. If that makes your panties wet, which, like, not buying flowers, but standing up for rights for trans people.
You guys, my dad literally just got punched in the face for being a Trump supporter. Like, that was it. Just for being a Trump supporter. And I'd do it again. Bop, bop, bop.
Yeah, she punched her dad in the face. And obviously, her dad doesn't know how to set down rules. The next video that she's going to do, I punched him in the face. Now I'm homeless. Now I'm part of Antifa, which doesn't exist.
I guess I'm an evil left-wing sheeple snowflake working for the deep state here to force your wives to get abortions and then leave you for transgender lesbians. Yes, it was us Antifa that stormed the Capitol to make you all look bad so that we can take your guns, spread communism, and blast Cardi B in your churches. And you're never gonna stop us, no, 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 you're never...
I don't know what to say on this. This is like a hokey-pokey folk song I've never heard before. And I listen to Bill Monroe.
For Republicans. America elected Joe Biden by over 7 million votes, and you're confused because you didn't see us flock to his rallies and cheer his smackdowns like we were at a pro wrestling event.
Yeah, I wonder if how this would play today with $5 gas. And I think this was an actor in CSI.
During a global pandemic. We don't wear matching hats or have no more malarkey flags waving from the backs of our trucks. Do you know why? Because Biden is not our tribal warlord. We believe the job of a U.S. president is to represent more than one interest group.
Thank you, Eric Estrada, son? I don't know who is this actor?
Why 81 million of us turned out to stop a narcissistic personality cult that embodies all 7 of the deadly sins.
I don't know if you know what narcissistic is, but if I make more cohesive sense than our president, he should not run. And he probably won't run again because he can't even renew his driver's license.
Bitch, it's currently 11:33 a.m. and I just ripped 2 shots of Fireball because I'm a goddamn degenerate. I woke up this morning and thought, contribute to society. No!
So she has a horrible taste in alcohol. Fireball is for people that just start drinking, Bissy. You want to be a degenerate. That's probably her tent in the background.
What? Who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna fucking stop me? Not you, not me, not anyone. Oh my god, that's so not okay. Fuck you. I drink when I want, how I want, whenever the fuck I wanna do it, bitch. It is what it is. It's 2021, 2020 literally ran a train through me, and you know what? I deserve to party. Party by myself because I'm not a fucking irresponsible bitch. But I will get drunk regardless. And yes, it is a fucking Tuesday, and what? So what?
So there's a thing called AA, and the fact that you think you're responsible and you use the term "it is what it is" shows that you're a fucking moron.
All right, this one's for the ladies. If you're not a lady, you can stay. For now. But don't act like a clown in my comments, okay? I hear way too many women talking about how they date guys that they're not physically attracted to because they're usually kinder to them. And there's a whole lot of things to unpack with that.
No, there isn't. Like, they want to be the superior one in the relationship.
It's really only a message pushed onto women. Men are rarely, if ever, told, oh, come on, give her a chance. Maybe she's a nice girl.
Yeah, I'm told that all the time. But give her a chance. Well, when she starts having her delusions that she's this hot girl because she puts her hair up like Pippi Longstocking.
High standards are confident. Women with high standards are picky. Wanting to be physically attracted to someone that you're going to be fucking for the rest of your life is not a high standard. I'm not saying looks are everything. I'm saying women tend to be the only ones who are told to sacrifice it in order to find someone who won't treat them like shit.
You know, you eventually, lady, you're going to be ugly. You know, I don't know if you've seen an 80-year-old woman, but she don't look hot. So everybody's going to end up ugly.
Like growing up being a liberal in an overwhelmingly white, conservative small town? Well, it means you hear all lives matter about 50 times a day. It means you hear about what about abortion about 100 times a day. It means you get to listen to 90% of your neighbors talk about how people in cities want free stuff while their kids get free lunch and medical cards. It means as an adult you have to come to terms with the fact that a lot of the teachers...
I kind of liked the video at first because he has a Western Kentucky Hilltoppers jacket on? He's talking about the town I live in.
Morons. It means you're constantly going to be accused of being one of the godless people responsible for taking prayer out of schools, despite the fact that nearly every school function you go to still has a prayer at the beginning of it.
That's because you're in Scottsville, Kentucky. And why are you talking to your neighbors if you hate them so much? I've lived here for 3 years. I've talked to my neighbor 3 times. That's a good neighborship. So, like, if you don't like talking to these people about what they believe, then why don't you just talk about fishing?
By people who have claimed that COVID-19 is not a big deal, but transgender inclusion is going to ruin girls' sports.
Now he's going to go into transgender inclusion. What is their obsession? Like, they want us all to wear dresses? I get it. Like, people wear dresses. But what we're saying is they can't compete in boxing matches.
To the girls, gays, and theys, I need to report a heinous crime I have committed. I, a gorgeous bisexual woman, fell in love with a straight man.
You are a bisexual woman, and you fell in love with a straight man. What were you hoping, to fall in love with a gay man?
Oh, sorry, I still think men are trash, but I am his raccoon.
She is his raccoon, so she digs through his trash? That's stupid.